So Emmett, what time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
That
9
sucks.
at night. But today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
Great.
How about you knock off work early and I'll buy you a beer or soda? What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty with sugary beverages. Keeping the wheels of justice turning, that's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen.
It's probably a
The only
dick.
people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Come on, Doc. Emmett, drop the Legal Eagle Act. I got something more important for you to do.
There's no,
Mr. Corleone, I'll have you know that the law is the very mortar that holds society
there's not like
together,
any real
and we in the
tells in this
legal profession are like
conversation.
brick masons building the
Nowhere to
edifice of
go.
the
That's
future.
why I've just been persistent.
Your dad tell you that?
Every morning.
There we go. Sympathizing.
See, I'm sort of in the science business myself. That's why I sought you out.
Not that I care in the least, because science is the furthest thing from my own area of interest, which is law, but I don't believe you.
It's true. I'm a scientist.
So tell me something, Mr. Scientist, from your vast storehouse of scientific knowledge.
The leg bone's connected to the thigh bone?
Amazing.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it. No, no, no.
I don't need to go in there anymore.
Okay, we just wait.
Now if H that
Will you just give me a chance?
harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Maybe I need to go talk to old Doc again.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned,
Okay,
just,
let's go back to the
incorruptible
jail.
judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
Skip.
No.
Okay. Going to the jail.
Take H to stand for permitting a lineup.
Your young self is a dingus.
A multiplied
Please
by
help.
A minus B equals
Do 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 do.
Psst, Doc.
Marty, have you found my younger self yet?
Well, I met your younger self,
He sucks.
and I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
What?
You won't even talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
I tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
What? What? Oh, Father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections. So I carefully kept them under
Fair
wraps,
enough.
practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
It sucked
Apparently I dropped a
lot.
ton of frames
Fortunately, I
somewhere.
eventually stood up to him. But right now, my younger self probably thinks you've been sent by my father to check up on me.
Check something real quick. Alright, well, hopefully I haven't been gone for too long.
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure.
Why does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter unless... the Hill Valley Expo!
The expo?
Okay.
Yes, the Expo! How could I have forgotten? In a few months, younger me will put on a demonstration at the Hill Valley Exposition, my first public foray into the world of science. Everyone in town will be there, including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
Okay.
So, it was a big success?
No, it was a miserable failure, but it was a spectacularly miserable failure. One which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
What does this expo have to do with you muttering all the time?
When I was younger, I used to relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums.
Sounds like a fun
No doubt my
time.
younger self is working on some impossible problem in an attempt to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?
I don't know, h to the something with an inverse of something else. I'm not so good at equations.
That's too bad. I bet if we could solve my younger self's problem, he'd be more inclined to listen to you.
Haha.
You know, your younger self seems really dedicated to the law.
It's a facade, I assure you. I had to keep up appearances to appease my father.
Let's talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
Pun intended. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Where'd he go? Controls get a little wonky when you're running.
Version of age has to come out less than expectation.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father.
So I still can't hear what he's
The
talking
most
about.
learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
Okay.
Multiplied by the inverse of A might well be equal to A's expectation value, but only if the coefficient of friction remains constant and the gravitational constant is variable. Wait, is that even possible? Oh, let's start over. Force equals mass times...
Will you just give me
Force
a chance?
equals mass. No, I don't want to bother him again. I was trying to listen to the equation. Oh, can't back out of that. All right.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it. To H.
Coefficient of friction, something, something. Force equals mass. Oh, come on, game.
Psst, Doc.
Marty! How close to you escape?
All right.
Guess who I bumped into at the soup kitchen? My grandfather.
No!
Don't worry, I didn't talk to him or change his future or anything.
Good.
I wish I could, though. This era's tannin is treating him like dirt.
Don't worry. If history plays out as it's supposed to, he'll soon be out from under Kit Tannen's thumb and free to live out his life as a humble accountant with your grandma. What was her name again?
Sylvia.
Right, Sylvia.
Okay.
What's the story with this kid Tannen jerk, anyway?
Biff's father? By this time next year, he'll be pulling down a life sentence in San Quentin. There was even a song about it.
Wait, if Biff will be born in 1938, and Kid will be in prison...
As I recall, he escaped from prison in 1937 for about 3 hours.
That's a busy 3 hours.
No kidding.
What do you know about Edna Strickland?
Let's get some
We
exposition.
never really socialized when I was younger. She was a few years older than me, and we traveled in different socioeconomic circles. Why do you ask?
She thinks you're a hero for burning down that speakeasy. She's doing a story on you.
A story? Oh, yes, now I remember. Ask Edna, the etiquette column that doubled as a pro-temperance soapbox. She believed that the consumption of alcohol would inevitably lead to a complete societal breakdown.
Sounds like a fun gal.
You should have seen her when the hippies started showing up in the 60s. She just somehow lost her mind.
That would explain a lot.
All right. Anything else fun down below here?
I know this really isn't the right time or place, but I found your notebook.
Ah, so that's where I left it. Why'd you bring it here?
Because the bank's selling off all your stuff.
They can't do that.
That's what I keep trying to tell him.
Well, you hold on to it for safekeeping. We'll deal with my financial situation in 1986 after we saved me from a grisly death in 1931.
Fair enough.
Where have you been all this time? I missed you.
I've missed you too, Marty. But I thought it was important to let you live your own life for a while, free from the insanity of time travel.
I gotta admit, it was nice to not have my family history blowing up in my face for a few months.
Besides, I've been busy raising my own unpredictable teenagers.
What? Oh, that's right. He had kids with what's it called?
How'd you wind up in jail in 1931 anyway?
During my trip to the past, I decided to look into one of Hill Valley's unsolved mysteries.
The fire at the speakeasy.
Exactly. I thought I was safely hidden across the street. But when the fire started, there was a tremendous explosion, and I was knocked unconscious by a stray brick. When I
Oh,
woke
so he
up,
didn't do
I was
it.
here in jail, charged with arson.
And who did it?
Horrible.
I know. Worse yet, I still don't know who started the fire.
I feel like they might be trying to pin it on
So
Edna,
how are
but
Clara and the kids?
I feel like that's a red herring.
Fine, fine. Right now we're trying to decide where to send Jules and Vern to college. Clara prefers the 2020s, but I'm partial to the 1960s. We're planning on visiting you and Jennifer in 2011 soon.
Me and Jennifer in 2011?
Don't forget I said anything.
Where'd the DeLorean come from? The last time I saw it had been smashed to pieces by a train.
There was
It's a
that.
fantastic story. Do you remember when the DeLorean got struck by lightning in 1955?
Yeah?
Unbeknownst to either of us, the lightning produced a temporal duplicate of the time machine, one that was tossed 70 years into the future.
What?
I found out about it during a trip to 2025 and recovered it just in time to stop Riff Tannen from vandalizing the time stream.
Heavy. So that DeLorean...
It's for all intents and purposes the exact same machine as the original, plus or minus little bells.
I
and
love how
whistles
they
I've added
just
over the
filled
years.
the plot hole there. Alright,
So, what were you doing in 1931 anyway?
did we ask this one?
Nothing
Okay.
terribly exciting. Indulging in a little personal nostalgia, picking up a few rare out-of-print books to surprise Clara on her birthday, solving a historical mystery or two. The usual.
The usual. You lead a pretty unusual life, Doc.
It's an unusual universe, Marty.
Words of wisdom. Okay, oh, time display.
I hate to tell you, Doc, but your last time departed display is on the fritz.
It is? So how did you find me?
I found one of Edna Strickland's shoes in the DeLorean.
How did one of her shoes get in the DeLorean?
Einstein took it from her.
He did? How strange. Heidi almost never attacks people. Not without a good reason,
Da
anyway.
da da.
I'm still not making any headway with your younger self,
Maybe
Doc.
she did start the fire. Maybe it was. This is that simple plot.
I still can't figure out what your younger self is muttering about.
Blast. If only I could hear him myself.
Okay.
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
So I got to get him over here.
Not sure. Maybe if we solve that problem he's working on, he'll be more inclined to trust you.
Oh wait, I have the micro cassette recorder. Haha!
Let's talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay. but
I
don't
forgot I
forget
have an
you're on a
inventory.
midnight deadline here.
Give me that. Probably the law office right now. Or not? Is he coming back from the courthouse? Oh, that's right behind him. Alright, we'll hang out on the side if I can do that.
Now, if H stands for
Will you just give me a chance?
No!
harassment's a federal crime, Mr.
No, no,
Florio.
no, no, no! God damn it.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
The auto trigger is really annoying
What am I
after a
missing
while.
here? Or do... Don't think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. Oh.
They didn't have those yet. He
Remains
doesn't even know what
constant
that
and
is.
gravitational constant is variable. Wait, is that even
Don't.
possible? Oh, let's
Don't.
start over. Force equals
Don't
mass
suck me into
times
talking to him.
Of course, that's Newton. But how many newtons are required?
Don't
to
suck
make
me
a
into
proton
talking to him.
mass?
All right, cool.
Acceleration is reduced by the inverse of the derivative of its speed relative.
So, Doc, does this ring a bell?
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Good grief! Is that me? I sound so...
Young?
I was gonna say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah, but what are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy.
I love. He wasn't even walking. He just kind of like floated by.
Just tell my younger self that H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
So,
It'll be fine.
Okay. All right. Doop 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 doop.
Do we take H to stand for Hermitian line operator? But in that case,
No, I actually want to talk to you this
will you
time.
just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator.
Yeah!
Great Scott! If H is a Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
You're welcome.
Sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
Well, it's like this.
You know about my rocket power drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office. I confess I didn't quite know what to expect.
Oh,
when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome. I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
Finish the damn thing.
Can I see your rocket-powered drill?
Of course, of course. Naturally, it's just a scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning.
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational.
Whoa.
Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
It can't be done. I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
Which
I'll get it
is?
for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered the subpoena. Part of the investigation into the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
Listen, I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see to it you get the alcohol you need. It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
All right, free subpoena. Who's it for?
I've got to subpoena my grandpa?
It's Kid Tannen.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen, yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go
Ah.
talk to him.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
I don't know what that is.